Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, back into our game of Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive. This is our Let's Play against the Allied AI, and it is now midnight on the front, the fourth round of day one. So it is 00 hours. It is now the 17th of December, but this is considered the fourth round of the first day. Confusing? No, not really. There's 4 rounds each day. This is the night turn, right? Okay, when I left you last time, we had just done the combat resolution, and I said we'd come back and we'd look at kind of the important factors. Now, I don't think we need to spend an hour doing just a recap of the combat last time, because we can go up here to the history tab and we could go to big, and so big will be anything that's kind of more than an intercept fire or just a movement. Look, we've got recon out there. We'll see where the units are to the extent we have recon on them. So, I don't want to go through all 414 steps of the last combat resolution. Instead, we're just going to get going here with the big. So let's go to the first big thing that happened, and that was on step 14. There was an airstrike, and we actually lost a couple of Panthers out here with the Piper group. So Piper, they had moved down. Now they are in a town, which does give you some defensive bonus against airstrikes, but we did lose 2 Panthers there. Then there was another airstrike here. It looks like we didn't lose a thing. Now they're also in town. You can see the Kampfgruppe there as well, but there were 4 Panthers. We didn't lose any of those, and we lost nothing else. Step 16, another airstrike. This time we did lose 2 half tracks, the 251s. Lost a couple of those. We'd rather lose those than the tanks, right? Air supply, not the band. I'm never going to stop saying that joke. That was dropped on the Allies' heads out here. Okay, good to know. And then we got attacked, and we got attacked, strangely enough, in this game from east back to west because we had gotten out. Well, it actually came from this direction. We'd gotten out and around the Allies here. We have them pretty well surrounded, so they decided to attack into us. They actually take heavier losses than we do, 21 and 1 here, so they lost a mortar, a bazooka, and some greens. We lost 10 Volksgrenadiers overall. Pretty good result for us. The next big is artillery, and they hit us with artillery, again, trying to get out of this encirclement, this kind of little encirclement here. We did lose 40 Volksgrenadiers there in that artillery barrage. Next big here. Next big here. There we go. More artillery, as again they're trying to bust out here where we have them trapped. This is kind of up the north and the center of the map. You can see Elsenborn here, if that gives you any kind of clue of where we are. You can also see where 2nd SS Panzer, we were bringing this down the road from the north, and so if that kind of helps you orient. Artillery fire, more of it. This again is where we've gotten out and around the Allies. This is 3rd Fallschirmjäger that is out here, is the bigger command, and you can see this is the 9th Fallschirmjäger regiment that is getting hit by artillery. We lose 10 Jagers and 2 81 millimeters there. We go to step 241 and we get hit by artillery fire here. This is all the way in the south, the 212th Division. You can see the Sauer River moving to the north here. This is probably where we're going to make a defensive line, but at least for now, we're moving out on the map, trying to expand territory here a little bit. And we do lose 20 of the Volksgrenadiers of this type and 10 of the others. That is step 241, 242. We also take some more artillery fire there. We lose 10 more of the Volksgrenadiers of the K98 fashion. Step 270, we take artillery fire. This is Montenegk, I believe. Yep, we take 20 Volksgrenadier casualties there. Step 302, again, artillery fire. Now this is down, I believe, the 272nd Division. right here. This is up to the north a little bit. This is Rotgen, right? And so the Americans are quite a bit stronger up here into the north. We're kind of, I said we're going to hold, but to the extent we can get around them, that's great too. But they match up best with us in the north right now. We lose 10 infantry, 2 of the 75 millimeter guns, 1. Now these are not in a town, I don't believe, and that always hurts. We take 30 more infantry losses there with some artillery fire. Here we got attacked and we got knocked back. So that has not happened yet in this game much, but you can see the Americans have armor here. That's what I'm saying. Up here, they've got a lot more strength here in the north. They do knock us back with this attack. They lose 3 of the M4s, 2 of the M5 Stuarts, 1 of the M4 105s. We lose 110 Volksgrenadiers out of the 400. We take pretty substantial losses there, and 40 of the other types. So we lost 150 there, 1 Panzerschreck, 181 millimeter. Okay, so a little bit of a counterattack there. Infantry's moved up. Now this is out by Malmedy, where we have really moved down the road, and we put a grief team out here. Okay, 2 of the captured jeeps. So these grief teams have captured some American jeeps. Well, 2 of them got destroyed. It looks like the Allies lost 1 truck of their own. Artillery fire, we lose 40 infantry, 10 of the Nachtruppen here. Again, this is up in the north, which is going to be a lot more challenging. And you can see here, we want to build so we can bulge in the middle. We want to build out here so the Americans can't run to the rescue from the north. We may have some challenges there because they are coming in strength. Those units get hit by artillery again. We lose 20 more troops. Artillery fire here out by Beaufort. Again, this is in the south. We lose 90 Volksgrenadier of the K98 version, 50 of the SIG 4s, 1 81 millimeter gun. Okay, artillery fire. This is where we've moved way out. We take some artillery fire, no losses there. And then we got hit at Vames. So this again is where we had placed a grief team, and we've also moved a motorized division all the way out here at Vames, which is good. I mean, that should block a lot of supply, you would think, because you would assume it was moving down this main road, Malmedy, Vames, and up to the American troops here. We get attacked there. I guess it's just the grief team. I thought that we had moved some motorized out, but I guess our motorized only got to here. So this grief team holds strong. It actually kills 50 engineers, 4 bazookas, and 1 truck. Wow, what a result for them. And then that's it. That's it. Step 414. So we saw the big action, and let's go back to the map. So you can always go back to that history and check out exactly what happened. Now, at night, of course, the visibility is going to be a lot lower, meaning our recon is quite a bit lower into hexes, and many times we're probably going to want to rest. Now, obviously, the faster we can get this attack moving, the better, right? I mean, we've got the time crunch. The Americans do not. And so we can't just stand still all the time. This is also a decent chance for us to start moving up our artillery where that may be feasible. Map's a little dark right now. They really want you to know it's nighttime. Let's see what we've got back here. We'll go to Stack and Mini and pop up the hex. That's what I like to look at. It's Vlaten. Vlaten's gorgeous at night. My gosh. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention we're at 72 victory points, 63 of those because of objectives held, +9 for a good loss ratio. So as of right now, if we just called the game, we would have a minor victory. I also wanted to look at the stats here. Total infantry on the map. We have a little bit more than the Americans, right? Total troops. Let's look at casualties sustained. And you can see we've really hurt the American infantry, a lot of that with artillery. 6876, we're at 1398. I will certainly take that. If we go to all, which includes, this kind of includes guns, armor, otherwise, it's a point total, right? 7757, we're at 2085. So that looks good. We got the Americans heading the right direction there for playing the Axis side. So, okay. we'll continue to monitor that. What do we have back here? We have the Sikarung. They're not going to be moving on the night turn. I don't imagine we would want to play any of the big general cards, right? We're now up to 68 political points. We're gaining a good amount each turn, and we can get into this OKW reserve, which is really what I want to get to, right? Now we will keep placing grave teams out. We will run recon missions. We'll almost certainly, have to build some supply at, these are just temporary boosts, but then we also have depots, which are, major boosts and permanent, right? So we'll want to build a major depot or a medium depot, maybe out in Malmedy or places like that. We'll have to keep that in mind. It's a certain number of hexes, and when we get to that point, I'll talk more about it. I'm not going to go over it right now. The air support canceled. They're not going to be running at night, so no real general cards here. But one thing I really want to pay attention to is our supply and fuel levels here, and it looks like everybody here's fine. That's probably not a surprise, right? These guys haven't moved a whole lot and wouldn't have a reason to. That is also the artillery. Here, though, the fuel and supply looks just fine. You see the OK down here. Okay, okay. And you're not taking any penalties. This is where you take the penalties. This is the supply consumption. We're getting 100%. That's really what we want to look for. So we've got these two parts. These are the Fusiliers of this first division, and let's get right into it. The division and the Corps headquarters, I believe, sit together. They do. 89. Okay, that's great. Let's move this artillery, though. Let's get it pulled by the. Oh, I got to move to move mode. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Let's use the night turn to move this artillery up to Schmidt. Just get it a little closer up here to the front. Okay, and then we'll take it off the horses there. So that artillery's moved up. We've got the Sikarung back here, more Sikarung. We've got this artillery that is connected to the core. Now, where else do we have a town up here? I really like to have that artillery sitting in a town, or it could be in a fortification, just so we don't have a problem of uh, of it getting hit by an airstrike. I'm going to put that on the half track as well, and then I'm going to move this one up to Schmidt, so we have two up here to the north. So yep, we'll pay the AP for that. This artillery is totally fine. Let's go ahead and fire artillery at night. We're working on those night moves. We have no idea what that did, but we may as well go ahead and fire that. It's not going to move anyway. Now you may say, you may want to just let this artillery rest. We don't want our ammunition to get too low, right? We don't really know what this is right now. No reason to play a recon card at night, I don't think. We'll let our general. So let's go down here to the 89th and let's just look at what cards we could potentially play. You see the recon, but I also wanted to look at this. And Walter Bruns is actually not very good. He only gets one command point each time. He's only got 6 right now. So let's let him build for a turn. So we're really not going to do a whole lot with the 89th. Now we could move this unit and get up on the hill and start threatening to come down this road. I would probably rather do that with the Fusiliers. Let's move them up here and they get that move and that's fine. They don't take any intercept fire. Totally fine. Okay. 1056, they're sitting up here on this. Oh, somebody told me, by the way, that if we took these hexes off, you can see where would I do that? Map, hex grid. If we take that off, you can see the elevations better. Well, that is certainly true. Is it true? Can I see it better? Why does that still have the hex grid on? Let's take this off for a second. Oh yeah, I see now. Okay, well it takes it off, where you're looking, I guess. When you click on a unit, it takes it off. Oh, I kind of like that. So it's more permanent in other locations potentially, or is this just kind of, oh, I see, it went away now. There for a turn, or when I first clicked on it, this was just latent. It was still on the screen. Okay, this is with it without the hex grid. Do I like this? Maybe. Maybe I do. I think it looks a little better. Um, I think I'm going to leave it this way, at least for now. At least for now. This hex, this is the light forest. I'd probably rather have this up in the town. Right now, we only have the 67 total stack there. If we put this on the truck, let's do that. We can get up. We can't quite get to town. I could just go here, so he's on the this elevation scooted up a little bit. Now I had him on the road, right? Where else can he go? He can go into this fort, I guess, but it's at a lower elevation. He's not going to be able to shoot his guns next time. What is this? This is the core. Okay, well, no harm, no foul. I'm going to take that off. Maybe I will move him up one though, so more things are kind of in his direct line of sight. Let's do, yeah, okay, that's fine. Moving down then. 9, 9. I think I'm going to let most of these guys rest. Although, if we can get into a town, I'd like to. We just don't know what's here, right? And I'm not going to step into an ambush. I'm not sure if anything's in Rollisbrook or not. So keep moving there, or moving down into Rurburg. And in Rurburg, we have the 74th Corps, which only has the 89th underneath it. And then we have the artillery here. Okay. This artillery is in the heavy forest. Okay. Now down here is where is this where we got knocked back? No, I don't think so, actually. I don't think it is. Um, Sorry, took a break there for a second. If your screen jumped, I had to put that on pause. Back at it, back at it. So this is the group that got knocked back here. The 980th Regiment got, kicked back here. They've got some armor now. We can't see it now. It's at nighttime. But we got knocked off of this elevation. Oh, by the way, I like this better without the hexes. You really can see the elevations better. Okay, thank you very much. Whoever said that in the comments, it made a difference. These guys that got knocked back here, though, got knocked into or Kesternick, I should say. And so they're going to spend the night in Kesternick. They're okay with that, I think. Get a nice warm bed, maybe get a meal. Who knows? I'm going to keep, well, this is in the heavy forest. I'd like it to be in a town, but we really don't have a town to put it in. I guess I'd rather it be in the heavy forest than not. Now, if we look back here at Rurburg, we've got the two corps in we've got the corps in the divisional headquarters. We've also got artillery. That's fine. This artillery, I think I will move up the road one hex into that fort area. Now, it wasn't a fort, but now it maybe would have more line of sight. It's probably blocked there, but we may as well get it moving up one where we can, right? Same with this artillery. Let's see how far we could potentially get it if we don't, have the horse team pull it. Let's just get over here to Dedenborn. Let's do that. And so we'll go into that little town. So the artillery, incremental. Now, you guys that have played the game maybe a little more than I have, obviously I've got a lot of games going on the channel, may know, I mean, maybe I'm being a little cautious here at nighttime. That's certainly possible. I'm not going to claim that I'm not. I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay, up here we're in Konzen, but I feel like the best thing to do, me coming fresh into this game, is to at nighttime kind of gather ourselves a little bit. Now I know we want speed, and maybe with some of the motorized we move, but a little more aggressively, we shall see. How far could we even, we could get a little ways here, couldn't we? I'd like to block that road. Why don't we try to do it with engineers? Let's get up this main road if we can and start trying to block the Americans off here. So let's move these engineers one up. Okay, hello, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. We got Americans there. We almost certainly have Americans here, I would think. Hex stats, we don't have much recon on this. I think I'm actually just going to back that right back up. Back your thing up. Now down here into Imgun Broish. Wow, I said that perfectly, I'm sure. We'll go there, and then we've got another headquarters back here. This is the 67th, and the 67th, again, I think we'll leave it right there. This artillery could move up with that, and I think we'll just go ahead and do that. This artillery, then, can he get all the way there? He can as well. We may as well scoot this artillery up during the night turns if we can. They should just be firing during the day. Nothing back here. We've got Sikarung back there, so nothing to do with that. Um, okay, so that was Imgen Bruish. I just wanted to say that again. As you can tell, I was really impressed with myself how that rolled off the tongue. Um, okay, continuing to move down here. Now, this is still part of the 272nd, and if I zoom back, you can see we're still here in the north. We've got this held. We're in towns where we can be, in forts, trying to avoid that American air power. Now, it's not going to happen during the night turn, but may as well be as covered as we can be. He may fire off some artillery or otherwise. Um, those two artilleries, and then we have the Stug back here that is part of the core. Now, this core has the seven. Where is the division? There it is, the 326. Let's get that on top. And the 272nd are both part of the core here, which is the 67th. Is there anywhere I want to go here? Just kind of look. Infantry Panzerjagers, that looks fine to me. We just have engineers here. We have artillery sitting over the top here. We could fire some artillery down. Let's actually, keep them awake at night a little bit. We'll fire a little artillery down there, and possible to know what we did during the nighttime. We do see they have 20 bazookas there, and we evidently didn't hit any of those. Okay, just firing a little artillery, see if it does any good. It looks like it's not too effective, certainly. Now we just have Stugs there. That's okay. We're kind of skirting around here. Can we get into town? Is there anything in town? Do we know? It's got a 54 hide. I have a feeling that there almost certainly is something there in town. We're blocking the main road here, there. That's 751st. There's its artillery. We've got the engineers that go back to the division. We've got the 753rd part of that regiment here. The other part is over here. Do we need that double stacked? Probably not. We could probably get this, moving up and around over here into that fort level. I'm going to put him right there, and we're going to scoot north. We've also got anti-tank here that could move down with him, but I think I'll keep that with the headquarters just in case they want to do something crazy. Hoffen, do we know? I don't think we know. We could try to step down here into Hoffen and start thinking about getting across the bridge. Am I going to take a chance? Well, why don't we fire the artillery into this hex and see what we see? You never know. Here, let's see. Cancel that. What are we looking for? The 752nd. Okay. So there, we're going to go ranged. 752nd. That's the artillery attack. Let's see if we see that there's anything in there. We don't. I'd like to walk into that town if we can. Yep, we got absolutely ambushed there. Luckily, we took no losses. Okay, fine. I just wanted to make sure, and now I've made sure, certainly. Uh, okay, I think I'm right about the nighttime, right? I mean, you're just not going to get a whole lot accomplished except maybe moving your artillery up. Speaking of which, let's do that here. This is part of the core. This is part of that 67th core. So really, it needs to be up here, right? Yeah, it should be up here. So I guess maybe I should be taking it, but I think what I'll do is take it down this road. So let's put it up here in this fort. Right now it's in fields. I don't like that. This artillery, well, we're going to leave it back here. I don't want it right next to the Americans, although we probably have a double stack here, and we do. Maybe we take this infantry, put it right here. You know, do we need to move that artillery up? Not really. Um, Here, what do we have here? So that's heavy forest. This would go into a fort level. Let's move him up a little bit. We could try to move down the road here to the river, potentially. Um, we haven't moved a whole. Let's try that uh, and get to the river if we can. Okay, we got ambushed. We take 10 infantry losses. We just don't have recon out here, and I don't think playing a recon card. I want to start trying to save up a little bit what we've got. As far as command points go, I do think I'll take this force and put it right there. 991. These are the Fusiliers. We've got the 289th Some of it's back here, some of it's around. Let's get this part of the 289th moving down this way. The 991st, we can get moving out here a little bit. Let's move it on this road. And then we could also take this artillery and start trying to move it, but yeah, let's move it right there. Okay, so we're moving a little bit of that artillery around. When we look at these guys now, I mean, they've consumed all of the supply they need. They're okay for both supply and fuel, not taking any penalties, so that looks fine to me. Again, just kind of trying to move this artillery forward. The 277th, so this is the divisional arty. We could try to fire this off, but I think I'll actually just move it forward. Let's do that. And then we have artillery that is directly connected to the 2nd SS Corps. Let's move this up if we can. We may as well move both of them. Oh, that bridge is out though. Okay, well, why don't we actually back I hate to have the artillery exposed like this. I'm going to leave that one there. I'll put that one there. That's fine. And then, oh, wait a minute. That was 12th SS. Oh, it's with these guys. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. And we'll get an engineer up here to fix this, or we'll just move around it. We probably should have come down this road, really. 2nd SS doesn't, I mean, he can go a long ways, right? I think we're just going to keep that here until the rest of 2nd SS shows up. Nothing back there, just making sure. Okay, that looks fine. We'll just leave 2nd SS kind of hanging out here until his guys arrive. So now we're into 12th. Now, 12th Division had not moved very much, right? We do have this anti-aircraft. We could have tried an attack here. I think we will. It's 21 to 1, or at least that's what it's telling us. Yep, okay. We do some really nice damage there. We take out some anti-aircraft guns. We'll take it, and we open up this fort level. I think what I'll do is put the engineer there. He could try to attack again, but it would only be a ranged attack this time. Let's go here and here. Oh, we got ambushed, and we got to start being a little more careful. Luckily, we haven't taken big losses, but 20 pioneers and some half tracks as we get ambushed in that town. Okay. Um, this can move up and over. Let's go there with the artillery. The 43rd here. Like he can move up and over this way, or the 48th, I'm sorry. That's Volksgrenadier Regiment, the 48th. Where's the rest of 48th? We've got the artillery there. Is there a piece of it here? No. Piece of it here? No. This is 89th, 27th. 48th must be up here. Nope, 27th and 12th. Well, it's around here somewhere. I know it. Oh, you know what? It's probably this infantry I just moved. Yep, that's it. Okay, fine. We'll leave that. All the 48th regiments up here, and then we have the 12th. These are the Fusiliers. They can kind of move on this hill and maybe get behind them this way. We may get ambushed here. We do not. So we can move into that town. That's really nice. Now we can start building this tunnel for the motorized to just push, and we can, so the Americans can't counterattack down here on their neck, right? Um, okay, this artillery can get moving. It could get moving up the road this way, or we could take it this way. Why don't we take it this way? And the divisional headquarters can get up here a little ways. Is this a town? No, that's fields. Heavy forest. We can't quite make it to this town. I think I'm just going to stack it with the artillery. It's not in a town, it's not ideal, but I think I'm going to do it that way. And then I think we'll get this artillery moving up. Now, what's our stack level there? Now it's 205. So we may want to take something. Well, we've got a lot of stuff in here, right? Let's also take this artillery and we'll move it up here as well. This goes straight back to the division. Okay, so we've moved all of that. Is there anything back here? Not really, just Sigrung. So we're really cooking along here. The Kampfgruppe, they got all of their supplies. I think with the motorized, I'm going to the extent I can, keep them moving. These guys are on north of the river. Okay, we see some American units there. Good to know. But I'm going to keep this Kampfgruppe moving. This is Kraus. Okay. We can almost get to Eisenborn. I would be shocked if nothing's here. Well, and something is here. Well, we lost 10 pioneers. I'll call that a probing attack. We got ambushed, but we'll call that a probe, right? That makes me feel better. Then we'll get Aught up here, and Aught again is going back to 12th SS. This is also going back to 12th SS. So we'll get this KG moving up across the river. You can see he's just now yellow. That's fine. Um, Let's keep Ott moving along the road here. We'll put him. He can't quite get to Berg, can he? Okay, so then we've got 12th SS here. He's just in the light forest. These are some Jagged Panzers. The total stack is 81. That's good to know. Where are Panthers? I'd like to get the Panthers in this little town and get some AA up here with them. Half tracks. What do we have here? There they are. Okay, can they get there? They cannot. Okay, so we're in this town, Maringen. We have fields. Where else could we potentially go? Light Forest, we've already taken that medium supply base. There's not a great place to go right here. Cycling here, just seeing what tanks we have. We also here have the Stug, we have the anti-tank. What do we have here? It's a mech unit. Let's get this mech unit moving out here. We've got the recon out in front, right? Let's get across that bridge if we can. That's a marsh. Okay. Let's go back to that mech unit then. Let's get this moving down the main road. Is that what I want to do, or do I want to keep the mech unit up and over here? Let's put the mech unit there. I like that better, and then we'll keep the tanks coming this way, including the Stugs. We're moving up the main road here. We could also take this recon and get it moving. It is in the marsh. We could try to take Butgenbach potentially. I mean, there's no reason to really go and attack here. How far out here can we get? Well, we can get a little ways, but we've got the another Panzer group down here. This recon, I think I'm gonna move him here, here, so that he moves around these guys, because I can obviously bring more up here, um, such as this mech unit. How far up here can he get? No, maybe not as far as I thought. Kampfgruppe. Now this goes back to first SS. He could get up here by Buchenbach. Buchenbach, Texas. I don't think that's the song. I want my KGs to be angling a little south, to be honest with you. But we got to keep him on this road. So let's get him up here. Do we know what's in Buchenbach? Well, we're about to find out. Nothing's in Buchenbach. Okay, excellent. Sandig then. We'll keep Sandig on the move here. We'll take this recon that's out here in front, and we'll get him out here on the main road. Where? Here? Potentially, although we've got all that 1st and 12th SS. Maybe we get him out here by the grief team, although we've got this motorized moving along as well. Let's get these guys going, though. Night driving. Okay, we've got some engineers there, so we'll take this recon. Now, these guys are all going back to Piper. Piper's back here. He's got some artillery to deal with. Oh, we got ambushed there. Luckily, we didn't lose anything, but we do have something there. The problems with night moves. Okay, here we've got Jagged Panzers. We really want these guys to be in a town if we can get them in a town. Right now they're in the heavy forest. Why don't we put them up in Buchenbach? That's fine. We'll put them there so they're protected. Here we've got Peeper and we have got a anti-aircraft and we've got the Panthers. All right, I'm going to put the Panthers in here. It's going to overstack us there. So maybe can I move the KG? Well, I can move this. He can't get to another town though. That's fields. Don't love that. We're exposed, but again, it's the night turn, so maybe we can get away with it. Let's do that there. Let's take the Panthers, move them up into Buchenbach, and now that's at 187. That's fine. What if we were trying to attack the artillery? What kind of, well, Peeper, the command's not going to do it himself. Let's go here and then see what kind of odds we can get. We go 4-1 with that, and then if we throw the headquarters in as well, but I don't think I really want to do that. Let's go 4-1 with the engineers hitting artillery. Looks like we get a pretty good result there. We lose some half tracks, okay, and a Panzerschreck, but we do take out 30 GIs, a couple of bazookas, and others. Oh, it didn't move. Huh. I was really expecting that to move. Now we can move some other things up here as we continue to pour through the bulge here, right? Can he go any further? No. That's fine. The Panthers are there. The KG's moved up. These guys might get awfully tired. I'm running them hard. What does this attack look like? Now that's 1-1 with the KG. Yeah, we're not going to throw any tanks into that. We do have a motorized here. We've got these regiments, 4-1, 3-1. Yeah, we start to go down as we get those stacking penalties. Okay, I may leave the KG. Well, the KG is the only thing here. I said leave it. I think I've got to leave it there almost. This unit can't move at all though while he's engaged. Do we have any more? Ugh, goodness. Okay, where are they here? Medium supply base. Let's move the Stug up and over. We'll move the anti-tank up with him. That's fine. All part of 12th. Fields. Wurtzfield. Can you get into Wurtzfield? You can, my friends. The Jagdpanzers go in there. Now we have a 102 stack there. These go back to 12th. These are, well, that's fine. Again, we shouldn't get much air power here. I'm going to try to take these guys north of the river. So you go up there. We could stack him with some infantry just to protect him a little bit. And then we could take these guys. They can't go across the river. Not there anyway. We've got a 216 stack there. Holy moly. Let's keep you going then. Let's keep you going as part of the 27th there. We'll go anti-tank and Panzerjäger there. So they're across the river. And then we have the 89th Volksgrenadier. Let's double stack here across the river. Again, if we can get across the river, I want to do it. There's no reason to be protecting this area, right? The Grief team, they've done fabulous work. Let's see if we have any other KGs or infantry that we could get up here. I do not want to attack across the river with armor. Um, we do have this recon element of the first, but I really need to get him moving down the road. All right, off you go. And then we have this motorized. This would be 48 movement points to go here, but does he help our attack? Potentially. It goes 1-2 there. We bring in the engineers. We bring in the other motorized. We bring in. Well, that takes us to 4-1, but I got to make sure I get the right group here, right? These are all mech groups. Oh, I don't have the KG in yet, so let's take that out. Gosh, it's only 4-1 though, or 2-1. I'm sorry, 4-1 there. 4-1 there. Let's take these back out. Throw the grief team in there. Ah, the grief team takes it to 5-1. It must sow confusion. Let's do it. Let's take that attack. I'd like to knock them. Oh, yeah. We put the herd on them there. Nighttime attack, 140. It's a staff group. So that was headquarters. You can see it there. That helps. That opens things up. Um, Niddle goes back to first. That's fine. Let's put Niddle there. And then the motorized can't move again. Anti-tank, let's get moving out here. But now this opens up the road, right? This is part of 12th, though. He needs to come up here. What's our stack there? 102? Okay, that's fine. Now the stack's 196. And then we have engineers that can come up here. We could go here and try to attack. 2-1. The grief team wants in again. Niddle wants in. We go 12-1. We had some penalties there, but I think it was worth going after it. We lose a half track, they lose a Jeep. Well, that was very inconclusive, to say the least. So we're at 175 there on the stack. The motorized has 94. Well, that's not going to work. You go back to first, so you can come down here. Okay, let's get the anti-aircraft. Where do I want you? I ideally would want it here, I think. That protects the most stuff. We've got Panzerjagers that go back to the 12th, so we're going to want to bring them here. Maybe we put that in with the grief. What else do we have here? More anti-air. This also goes back to the 12th. So we'll stack it with the grief team. That protects more there. But we're going to need to bring some other stuff up here. What's the stack there now? Just 34. That's fine. You go there, and I think then this is 12th. He can get up and across. That's what we want. This goes back to 12th. He can get up and across. What's the stack there? 166, 182. Can he get all the way there? Damn it, I wish he could, but he can't. Well, we may just overstack there for a turn. All these mech units, badass, right? Oh, perfect. We'll put this right in here and stack there, and he can go on the main road next time. Nebelwerfers, we may as well get them on the move here. Let's put them in this fort. They can cross this bridge next time. We've got artillery that's moving up. Oh, these guys can get a little further than I thought. This artillery, can you get across the river? No. Can the Nebelwerfer? No. Let's put that on the main road. The artillery that goes with the big first SS, we'll put there. We've got more tanks. Here's our Panthers. Let's find a good spot for them. Right now they're in Maringen. They can't get there. Again, a night move. Got to remember that. We cannot cross the bridge here either. Got to remember that. Let's put them directly on the anti-aircraft, okay? Sure. This is the core level, the first. And then here's the 12th headquarters. Here are all his guys up here, right? So let's actually move him. Is this a town? No. Bullingen. Can he get to Bullingen? He can. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put him in Bulletin, and then we've just got more Nebelwerfers that'll be moving down the road here. Nebelwerfer, Nebelwerfer. What's our stack there now? It's only 111. Nebelwerfer. Sure, we may as well just move some of these forward if we can. The stack's 300. Well, that's a little high. Let's back that Nebelwerfer off if we can. Yeah, we can. All right. So now he's still 264, but that's okay. Now, you can see here, we still have this infantry to deal with, but we will. This is 6th Panzer Army's anti-aircraft. Let's move it up here on this hill, and it protects even more. We got a lot of anti-aircraft, and then let's move this infantry, the 27th regiment. Let's move that into that town. Okay, that worked out perfectly. This artillery, fine. We have a grief team here that could also move up. Let's just put that right here. We've got, this goes back to 6th Panzer. We'll put that one in Maringen. That's fine. I think we can put the 12th. We can't move that very far, right? This is part of that 89th. I mean, there's nothing back here, so we may as well just move as far as we can along here with the 12th Division. We've taken all of this. If not, we could always turn around, but I think we're in good shape there. The first, you can see all of his command out here. Let's get him, moving up the road. This is the it's like Piper, right? Leib Standarte. That's what I've been told. Lab Standarte. He's going to come out here. This is his group, right? Um, the AH, and he reports back to First Panzer Corps, which is up in this mass somewhere. The artillery, okay, that's all moved. This is all fine. 12th Infantry. Can't move any more there. Then we have a lot back here, but I think I'm going to save that for next time as we keep moving forward. Next time when we come back, I'll get through the rest of the map. Of course, it's the night turn, so it shouldn't take nearly as long to go all the way through the map, and we'll be through day one. So anyway, this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. Hoping you're having a good one and you enjoyed this. I know I certainly did. Talk to you next time. Have a good one.